Accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. This is a very well-known concept. However, if you are only trading with the candlestick chart, you are missing 90% of the context, and it cannot tell you whether it's a real manipulation or a genuine breakout. By the time it does tell you, you would have already missed the move, and this is where your footprint chart comes into play. So stay throughout the whole video, and by the end, you will be able to look at any AMD setup and know immediately whether the manipulation is real or a trap. This is worth more than any strategy you will ever find. This is your accumulation, manipulation, distribution. It's a pretty straightforward concept, but for those who are unaware, you have your accumulation in the first stage, and this is where you have your consolidation. Price consolidates because buyers and sellers are both satisfied at this level, so the market is currently offering fair value at these levels. At the highs, you would anticipate for buyers to get absorbed, and at the lows, you would anticipate for sellers to get absorbed, right? This is pretty much the most optimal condition for the market to be in. It will always try to return back to a level of balance, and that is what you have here with the accumulation. Eventually, one side will get more aggressive, and in this example, this comes in the form of your aggressive buyers. One side will get more aggressive and push outside of either the range high or range low. We push out the range high, and this is where your manipulation comes into play. Manipulation only comes into play if the opposing side, the side that gets more aggressive, fails to find acceptance above the range high or range low. So in this instance, if buyers fail to find acceptance above the range high, then that is your manipulation. Vice versa, if sellers are unable to find acceptance below your range low, that is your manipulation on the downside. But here, once buyers fail to find acceptance above the range high, sellers step back in and take control, brings you back down into your value area. There is a very good chance of the distribution happening. You can think of it as there not being enough steam for buyers to continue higher, because we already had an initial attempt to go higher, but we couldn't sustain higher prices, and instead it fails with sellers stepping back into control into value area. So now you could anticipate for a distribution lower to take out at least the range low, and that is your accumulation, manipulation, distribution. And this is what it looks like on your candlestick chart. So this is the normal candlestick chart. You can see that at the lows of this range, sellers are being absorbed with buying initiation, kicking back in to take you back into the equilibrium of the value area, which is your balance range. Vice versa for the highs. Here at the highs, you have long upper wicks, and that is showing you a sign of buying absorption at the highs with initiation kicking back in to bring you back into value area. So the market always wants to move in fair value, right? That is the most optimal condition for the market, because that's where they could offer fair value and optimize for the most market transactions to occur. And that is what you have here with your accumulation. And then in this example, you have sellers who got more aggressive and they break out of the range low. However, they couldn't find acceptance below this range low with a follow through, and instead a buyer stepped back in and we continue higher. If you look closely, this is just fine tuning, but this bearish candle shows once we've gotten back into this range, sellers tried again to bring us back outside the range, but they couldn't, and they were absorbed by buyers, and then distribution higher to take out the range high. So you could see that this bearish move compared to this singular bearish candle, you could compare the strength between the initial attempt from sellers versus the second attempt from sellers. So that is what you get here with your manipulation and your distribution higher. And this is a clear example with the boxes marked: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So AMD. It becomes a problem when you are only looking at candlestick chart, because anytime price takes out either a range high or range low, your instant thought would be assuming that it is a manipulation. But that isn't always the case. Here, you have your accumulation, right? But we go straight into a distribution phase. We don't get a manipulation to the upside and then continuation lower, or once we break out this range low, we didn't get a manipulation to reverse and take out the range high. So that just shows you not every single schematic is going to follow the exact accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Sometimes, or a lot of times, you would get accumulation straight to distribution. And with order flow, you are able to confirm which one is most likely going to be a manipulation or a genuine breakout. Because even with candlestick charts, you can look for confirmations with a candlestick chart, but by the time you get that confirmation, the bulk of the move would have happened already. With order flow, you pretty much only need one candle to see whether it is a real manipulation or a fake manipulation. And this is, again, the boxes to make it more clear: accumulation and straight to distribution. No manipulation whatsoever. And this is the order flow chart. So this is specifically the footprint chart, and it's showing you the delta profile. Like I said in my previous videos, Delta profile is delta is the difference between aggressive buyers hitting the ask and aggressive sellers hitting the bid. The green color represents aggressive buyers dominating aggressive sellers, and the red colors represent aggressive sellers dominating aggressive buyers. On the left column are sellers hitting the bid. On the right column are buyers hitting the ask. And that gets compared at each individual level, and this is your delta profile. So it tells you how dominant is one side of the market. If you look closely, this is just an example of this one. So this is the candlestick chart, and this is the same price action, but on the order flow side. So you still get this accumulation over here. And like I said, during the accumulation phase, at the lows, at extreme lows and extreme highs, you want to see the opposing side get absorbed. Like here, you have large negative delta in the form of your red deltas over here, but they do not follow through with lower price action. And instead, the market closes higher back inside the range. Vice versa for the highs up here. You have aggressive buying here. So buyers were pretty much in control with the point of control much higher, but the candle still closed bearish. So at the high, there is a strong presence of passive sellers, and at the lows, there's a strong presence of passive buyers. They both act as support and resistance to contain price within this range, because the market always wants to move in balanced range. But eventually, one side of the market gets more aggressive, and in this case, it is the selling side. So you have selling domination here, selling domination, pretty much selling initiation all the way from the absorption of these buyers all the way down to this range low. So once we take out this range low, you have selling initiation carry on. However, this is your manipulation because ignoring this price action over here, if you focus on just this candle alone, you can see that we have a large negative delta over here, large negative delta over here. But the body of the candle wasn't able to sustain a bearish candle closure past the negative delta, right? So that means they were unable to follow through. So that is your first sign of an absorption. Obviously, this would be higher probability if the candle closed bullish, but here you are getting early signs that this is possibly going to be a manipulation. And then that gets confirmed with the secondary candle. So secondary candle, again, large negative delta at these levels, but they weren't able to follow through with a bearish body closure. And instead, this candle closed bullish, absorbing all of these bearish sellers and rewarding these aggressive buyers. So on the third candle, you can see absorption, initiation. And that is further confirmation of this being a manipulation. But usually you only need 1 or 2 candles to confirm all of this. And then if you look over here, this is where sellers try to step back in again with selling initiation over here and selling initiation over here, selling dominance. This point of control also has selling dominance, but it's highlighted in yellow because it's a point of control. But this was also a negative delta because when you compare sellers hitting the bid and buyers hitting the ask, sellers were more than buyers. So 3 significant levels of sellers taking control here, but they were unable to follow through with this price action. The candle didn't follow through with a body closure past these negative delta, right? And instead, the next candle, absorption, initiation again. And then we take out this range high. Looking at live examples now, I want you guys to understand that not all price action will play out completely perfect to your AMD schematic. The key lesson here is you are not pattern trading, and it's all about understanding the actual definition behind these concepts. So if you look here, we had a large dump lower, and we are starting to find some level of support. This is a level of support because you have a lot of aggressive delta here, aggressive negative delta here, but the candle closes bullish with buying initiation stepping in. The buying initiation right now is unimportant, is insignificant. The main thing I want you guys to focus on are these negative delta. They are not pushing price lower because here, there is a strong presence of passive buyers absorbing all of these aggressive sellers up. The buying initiation follows after, and that is what really pushes price away from it. But initially, these aggressive sellers hit a wall of passive buyers, and hence why you start to form a level of support. Remember, the accumulation is a consolidated phase. There will always be a level of support and a level of resistance. So this is your first sign that we could possibly look at balanced ranges. Right, you can see price comes higher and then it rejects lower. If you look closely, this could also act as a level of resistance. What confirms this level as a resistance and confirms that we are inside a balanced range is if price comes up to here and buyers get absorbed again and we continue lower. If it breaks through, then it's unlikely that this is going to be a level of resistance. And this was just a minor pullback. And you can see here, it played out pretty perfectly. These 3 levels were heavily dominated by aggressive buyers. They took control at these 3 delta levels, but we couldn't break above this level. So here, there's a clear sign of passive sellers protecting this level. Passive sellers protecting this level, passive buyers protecting this level, and this is where you can anticipate for us to have a balanced range, because now you have your support and your resistance. If you keep playing price out, you can see price pretty much just plays around the equilibrium of the range. Here, we eventually get a break. Now, if you zoom in, this will determine whether it's a manipulation or a genuine breakout. Before this candle formed, you had a genuine breakout. You had aggressive sellers stepping in, buyers tried to step in and take back control, but they couldn't, and the candle closes bearish. So this was a genuine breakout up until the secondary candle formed. Now, there's two types of scenarios. If we get a full reversal and sellers are unable to follow through again, then this becomes your manipulation and we could look to target this range high. However, if buyers take us back inside the range like it's currently doing now, but sellers are able to regain control again, then this becomes an even higher probability breakout. Because now you have another confirmation added on. You don't only just have this selling initiation, but you also have the opposing side trying to step back in and bring you back into your value area. Because like I mentioned at the start of the video, the market will always try its best to move in a balanced range. So anytime price comes into a level of imbalance, such as here right now, because we were currently in a balanced range, and it breaks out and comes into a phase of imbalance, the opposing side will always try to bring it back into a balanced range. And that's exactly what is happening here. So now the reaction from the next few candles become more important. And as you can see here, buyers brought us back into the range, but they couldn't follow through. Sellers stepped back in, absorbing buyers, strong selling initiation here. Compare the delta to these negative to these positive delta, right? Heavy negative delta. In comparison to these minor positive delta, right? This level alone had minus 522 contracts. And as you can see here, this is where you start to get that expansion lower. So you can have your entry here after the closure of this candle, because this is showing that sellers took back control. Buyers are pretty much exhausted now. Any buyers here are now exhausted and any buyers here are now absorbed. So you could have a pretty clear entry at this level after the candle closure, and your stop loss could be above this candle's high. Because if price has no reason to come back to this level unless it wants to come back into the range and sellers lose control, so then that would invalidate your short idea anyway. So playing price out, you get tapped in and we continue lower, right? Obviously, you could do a fixed risk to reward or a dynamic risk to reward, but for simplicity's sake, let's do a fixed risk to reward, and then you could trail your stop loss. But you can see that there's still presence of aggressive buyers here. Aggressive buying, aggressive buying, aggressive buying. They are still dominating all of these levels. But look at what they have in common. These aggressive selling are all at the highs of the bearish candles. So that is showing you clear signs of absorption of buyers. They are desperately attempting to bring you back into the balanced range again, but sellers are completely overpowering them with passive selling and aggressive selling, absorbing all of these buyers and initiating lower. So this is a genuine breakout. And there was no manipulation at play here. This is your second example. Again, you're seeing the same formation start to form for a balanced range. At the low, you are seeing aggressive selling, but no follow through. So this could act as a possible level of support. And at the highs, you're seeing aggressive buyers, but no follow through higher. So this could act as a level of resistance. Obviously, when this first form like this, you're not really anticipating for a balanced range to form until price reacts over one of these levels. But you can have these marked out, and once it reacts over these levels, then that confirms to you at this level there's a strong presence of the opposing side. So in this instance, this is a solid support level because it's shown you 2 times now that any aggressive here were heavily absorbed by passive buyers. That is evident to you, hence why we've gotten this reaction and this reaction over here. So this is a solid support level. And as you would expect, when price comes close to this level, which acts as a resistance level now, you would want to see buying absorption from passive sellers. And the key thing to know here is not every absorption or initiation is going to look the same. And that doesn't really matter because the main thing you want to focus on is whether there's a strong presence of buying or selling. You don't always have to have a picture perfect absorption or initiation to determine whether there's a presence of buyers or sellers, right? This is enough, hence why we are reacting off of these levels. If you continue to play price out, you can see we are just playing within the equilibrium of this level, and that just shows you price is extremely fair here. So this becomes a pretty solid range now. And anytime price comes to the extreme points, you would anticipate for absorption followed by initiation. to bring you back inside the range, because the market is most optimal here. And now you start to break out. So now when you start to break out, focus on the reactions. You want to see sellers follow through, and any buyers that try to oppose it and bring you back inside the range, you want to see those buyers get absorbed, selling domination to bring us back outside the range low. Vice versa if it takes out a range high. You want to see buyers really dominate and absorb any aggressive sellers who are trying to oppose them and bring you back inside the range and to continue higher. But look here, you don't necessarily get that once you've broken out of the support level. You have buying absorption here, strong selling initiation. Sellers are starting to become more aggressive and take control because they desperately want to break out of this range low. However, once they've broken out of the range low, they couldn't follow through, and instead these buyers pretty much took back control by absorbing sellers. So now you can anticipate for your manipulation phase to play out. And what would really confirm the manipulation phase is if the secondary candle is able to follow through with buying initiation. And that is exactly what you get there. So now you can anticipate for this to be your manipulation and price to come back into this range high. Because sellers failed. They are pretty much exhausted now. They need to find an area to reload, but now buyers are pretty much in control here. And if you continue playing price out, you can look for an entry here. Following the secondary candle closure, confirming buying initiation, you could enter on the open of the next candle with your stop loss below these aggressive sellers, because you would anticipate, because it's the same as the previous example. This is a level of buying presence, right? Especially when it absorbs aggressive sellers. So even though if price comes back to this level, you would anticipate for buyers to step back in again to protect this level. And if it doesn't, then there's a good chance we continue much lower. And that would invalidate your long setup completely. So here you could enter like that. And then you could target this range high. Now, the beauty with footprint is when you take out a range high, you could close your position early, or you could see how the footprint plays out. Whether sellers are able to step back in and control this area because it was previously a level of resistance, or they fell and buying continues higher. And that is where you could start to look for your big risk to reward plays. Right, but for simplicity's sake, and the highest probability take profit will always be at the range high. Never assume it's going to be broken until it does break. And as you can see here, we come to that level. But as I mentioned, as we approach the range high, you can see a strong presence of aggressive sellers trying to step back in again because there's a resistance level, right? It was previously a level where sellers took control. So you would anticipate them to step back in. They couldn't, they were absorbed. And you could anticipate for price to continue higher again, especially after we break out the high. And that is exactly what you get here. A strong candle with buying initiation and selling absorption. And we take out the range high. So this is how you could use footprint to determine between a fake or genuine manipulation and breakout. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.